Ladies and gentlemen, the Nintendo Switch has done it. After 10 months in the United States, the Switch is the fastest selling home video game system in gaming history. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. Gabe is here, and they have worked some kind of crazy magic because now the Switch has surpassed the Wii as the fastest selling system of all time in the US. Through 10 months, they've sold 4.8 million units in the United States, which is a crazy amount. Now, they've always had pretty strong predictions, and they've continued to elevate them, but I don't know that anyone back on March 3rd, 2017 could have predicted that through 10 months, the Switch would take the throne as the fastest-selling home video game system in U.S. history.
The very first thing I wonder, Zach, is if the hybrid nature of it isn't the sole reason why this is happening. Like, 3DS, yeah, still around, I guess, but for the most part, Switch is where it's at. Everybody is converting over. Hopefully Nintendo's converting over this year fully. And like the possibilities there, right, of getting all those people that just love handheld gaming, right? Because there are people that don't play consoles. They just kind of exclusively play on handheld. And this kind of brings in that audience. And it is a new audience that doesn't necessarily play consoles. So I wonder if that's like kind of a contributing factor.
Yeah, it very well could be. I mean, we've seen those charts where Nintendo definitely did market this as a home system, and I think in general, the hybrid nature is super beneficial, but it still has been kind of treated as a home console. And I think the strength of the lineup is probably honestly what has done it, maybe even more so than that ability to take it on the go. If we look at some of these stats here, it's very impressive. Mario in the United States has overtaken Zelda. Now, they say that over 60% of Switch owners have Mario Odyssey in the US, while over 55% have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Does that surprise you at all?
No, Mario is just such a staple in gaming. Right, Zelda's like amazing. And
hang on. My mic is like, hang on.
Yeah,
I'll just take that again. I think I can just say, does that surprise you at all? We should be good. Mm-hmm. Looking at my waveform. Does that surprise you at all?
Not really. Mario is such a staple in gaming. It is one of the earliest mascots in gaming. It's been around for so long. Not that Zelda hasn't, of course, but it's way more appealing to way more people. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's interesting. And also of note is that I always want to say Super. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that has sold to over 50% of U.S. Switch owners. And Splatoon 2, I think this is a pretty good number, over 20% of U.S. Switch owners. So, you take that into account. That's nearly 1 million Splatoon 2 units. That's well over 2 million Mario Kart 8, nearly 3 million Mario Odyssey, and just a little bit lower for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I mean, this is all like fantastic news. And again, we've known about their success. It's just the fact that the scale it's on, it's, kind of unprecedented. Like you said, it's the fastest selling console now. So yeah, I mean, big kudos to Nintendo for making it happen. And, 2018, if they have some more really big hitters lined up, like we hope they do, I mean, can only get better.
Absolutely. And we'll close out with a quote from our favorite Reggie Fils-Aimé, who says, "Fans across the country have experienced the joy of playing their favorite games at home or on the go." Touching on what you mentioned, Gabe, that it's just such a not a novelty, not a gimmick, but a new way of gaming. And he says, "Now that many more people have received Nintendo Switch systems for the holidays, we look forward to bringing them fun new surprises in 2018 and beyond." And I think that's probably the greatest silver lining, or the gold lining, I guess, of this whole thing, is that with this many units sold, developers, publishers, game makers of all kinds are going to want to have their games on Switch, whether they're ports, original IP, either way, you want to get your game on the hottest selling console, and that's what the Switch is. So we look forward to whatever 2018 brings. Let us know your take if you're surprised that Nintendo's Switch has surpassed its own Wii in the first 10 months as the fastest selling home game console in U.S. history. We want to know your take. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and crazy cool facts like these. Until that time, everybody, have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for myself and Gabe. Switch Force out. Switch Force